The far left in the UK is facing mounting criticism for allegedly targeting British nationals who publicly express their views, often dismissing them as racists. However, the narrative appears to be shifting in light of recent events. During counter-protests against the Tommy Robinson rally, it was the far-left demonstrators, many of whom concealed their identities with masks and carried Palestinian flags, who were observed engaging in violent behavior and hateful rhetoric. Reports and video footage from the scene capture moments where these activists resorted to physical aggression, verbal hostility, and attempts to drown out opposing voices through intimidation tactics. This conduct has sparked a broader debate about free speech and protest ethics, with many questioning whether these groups, often seen as champions of tolerance, are now contributing to the very silencing they claim to oppose. Political commentators argue that this escalation in confrontational behavior underscores a deeper fracture within the country's political landscape, where dialogue is increasingly replaced by hostility and ideological warfare. In today's video, we'll review key moments from the protests, exposing some of the more alarming incidents that unfolded. We'll explore how this behavior reflects growing tensions within the UK's protest culture and what it might signal for future political discourse. Alongside this, we'll bring you updates on other major events happening nationwide. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation. Your voice is vital in keeping the dialogue balanced and informed. A disturbing incident at Saturday's protest involved Iranian-British journalist Mahyar Tousi, who found himself the target of harassment by a group of self-identified Antifa protesters. Despite being a refugee and outspoken advocate for free speech, Tousi was shockingly labelled a Nazi by members of the crowd. In an alarming escalation, the protesters hurled insults at him and even encouraged him to take his own life, shouting vile chants such as, "Shoot yourself." The footage of the incident has since circulated widely, capturing the unsettling irony of the situation. White British protesters, ostensibly championing anti-fascist ideals, harassing and verbally attacking a journalist of Middle Eastern heritage. The crowd's behavior further descended into contradiction as they began labeling Tousi and other refugees present as racists, driving them away, while simultaneously claiming to stand against prejudice and hate. The confrontation has sparked intense public debate, exposing what many see as the hypocrisy within certain far-left movements. Critics argue that such actions reflect a troubling pattern of intolerance, where ideological purity tests trump genuine concern for marginalized voices. This episode also underscores the contrast between the aggressive tactics employed by Antifa activists and the measured, peaceful demeanor of the British nationals participating in the protest, who refrained from similar provocations. The incident raises broader questions about the methods and motivations of movements that purport to fight fascism but resort to harassment and verbal abuse. As the footage continues to gain attention, both on social media and in political discourse, the event is likely to heighten scrutiny of how far-left activism aligns with the principles it claims to uphold. Observers are now watching to see whether public figures, including Labour leader Keir Starmer, will address this controversy amid growing concerns about the rising tensions between political factions in the UK. Chancellor Rachel Reeves is gearing up to present the highly anticipated autumn budget on October 30th, with significant pressure mounting from motorists and industry leaders for policies that provide relief to the motoring sector during challenging economic times. Amid speculation that the budget may introduce higher fuel duties, increased vehicle taxes, and other expenses impacting drivers, concerns are growing over the potential financial strain on both consumers and businesses. Industry insiders warn that such measures could worsen the economic burden on motorists already grappling with inflation and rising living costs. The British Vehicle Rental and Leasing Association, BVRLA, has publicly appealed to the government to implement urgent measures to stabilise the electric vehicle (EV) market, which is currently facing declining consumer confidence and sluggish demand. In a detailed proposal, the BVRLA has recommended a temporary reduction in VAT for used EV purchases to incentivize buyers, alongside targeted grants aimed at making electric vehicles more accessible. The association also highlighted the importance of public education campaigns to address growing misinformation about EV reliability and affordability, which they argue is deterring many from switching to electric. Additionally, the BVRLA has emphasized the need to maintain the current low benefit in kind BIK tax rate for electric vehicles. They warned that any sudden increase in the BIK rate could significantly undermine efforts to encourage the transition to cleaner transportation, as higher taxes may dissuade both businesses and individuals from adopting EVs. With environmental targets looming, industry stakeholders are calling on Reeves to strike a careful balance in the budget, ensuring that financial burdens on motorists are mitigated while still promoting the government's green agenda. All eyes are now on the Chancellor, as the motoring sector hopes for supportive measures that will foster economic stability without compromising the nation's sustainability goals. The British Vehicle Rental and Leasing Association, BVRLA, is intensifying its efforts to make electric vehicles, EVs, more accessible by calling for an expansion of salary sacrifice schemes and an enhanced plug-in grant for light commercial vehicles. The association is also urging the government to adopt a clear, long-term strategy for phasing out petrol and diesel cars by 2035, despite recent moves to reinstate the more ambitious 2030 deadline. Industry leaders warn that inconsistent policies risk undermining public and manufacturer confidence in the shift towards sustainable transport. Drivers and businesses need predictable, well-planned measures to ensure a smooth transition to electric vehicles, emphasized a BVRLA spokesperson, reflecting the frustration caused by shifting targets. As part of its campaign, the BVRLA is actively encouraging its members to engage with MPs, urging them to support the proposed measures. The association aims to secure policies that not only incentivize EV adoption, but also provide manufacturers the certainty needed to ramp up production. With the government under pressure to balance environmental goals with economic realities, the outcome of this push will play a crucial role in shaping the future of the UK's vehicle market. With the 2024 general election fast approaching, the government's stance on sustainability, economic growth, and transportation policy is facing increasing scrutiny. What are your thoughts on the recent protests and the forthcoming autumn budget? Do you believe the government is taking sufficient steps to promote sustainable transportation? Share your opinions in the comments below. We appreciate your continued support for our channel. We are nearing our milestone of 100,000 subscribers, and your engagement plays a crucial role in helping us provide the news that mainstream media often overlooks. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe for more updates on British politics and social issues. Thank you, stay safe, and see you in the next video.